You have followed the instructions. You have lived in the end. You have faithfully assumed the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You have ignored the evidence of your senses and persisted in your assumption. And yet, for your greatest desires, your most heartfelt prayers, the walls of reality seem unmoving. You may have manifested a cup of coffee or a parking space, and for that, you felt a flicker of this power. But for the great things, the love you yearn for, the security you crave, the recognition you deserve, it feels as if you are hitting a wall of glass. You begin to question the law itself. Does it work for everyone but me? Am I doing something wrong? What is the one piece of this puzzle that I am missing? Tonight, we will not discuss a new technique. We will not add another layer of complexity to your work. Instead, we will go to the very foundation upon which all creation rests. We will uncover the one thing that, until it is changed, will cause all your efforts to be in vain. This is the master key you may have overlooked. This is the reason your manifestations are failing. To understand this great secret, you must understand the relationship between the container and the content. Your desires, wealth, health, love, these are the content. They are the divine wine you wish to drink. But your concept of self, who you truly believe yourself to be, is the container. Most of the world tries to pour new wine into an old wineskin. You cannot pour the wine of abundance into a container etched with the cracks of "I am not worthy." You cannot fill the cup of a loving relationship if deep down your self-concept is "I am always abandoned." The container will simply break, and the wine will be spilled upon the ground. You have been trying to change the content while ignoring the container. The law of assumption does not respond to your fleeting desires. It responds always and only to who you are. It responds to your I amness, your deepest conviction about yourself. If you believe yourself to be a person who is unlucky in love, you can visualize a perfect partner for 1,000 nights, but you will only manifest more experiences that confirm your core belief of being unlucky. The world has no choice but to be loyal to your self-concept. Therefore, the only work that truly matters, the only change that is real, is not to chase after the content. It is to rebuild the container. It is to fundamentally change your concept of self. How then do you change this concept of self, this foundation upon which your entire world is built? This is not an act of willpower or conscious effort. It is an act of surrender to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The work begins with an honest observation of the self. You must first have the courage to ask, who do I, in the quiet of my own heart, believe myself to be? Forget what you wish to be for a moment. What is the deep, silent story you consent to as true about your life? Regarding love, regarding means, regarding your place in this world. This is your starting point. Once you have seen the old identity for what it is, you must now define the new one. This is the great creative act. You are not asking, what do I want to possess? You are asking, who do I desire to be? Do you desire to be one who is secure, loved, and respected? A person to whom success comes as naturally as the dawn? Build this new conception of self in your mind. This is the new you. And now comes the sacred rehearsal. You must begin to wear this new conception in your imagination until it feels more natural than the clothes you are wearing. How does this new person think? How do they feel? What are their inner conversations? When faced with a challenge, do not ask, what would the old me do? Ask, what would the new me, the successful me, the loved me think and feel about this? Then assume that state. Have the inner conversations of this new person. Feel the feelings of this new person. Persist in this new identity. You are not pretending. You are impressing your subconscious mind with a new truth about who you are. Now, this struggle to change the concept of self is not a new battle. It is the most ancient story of man. The Bible tells it beautifully in the story of Jacob. Remember the story. Jacob, whose very name means supplanter, or one who takes by the heel, symbolizing the man who struggles and schemes in the outer world, finds himself alone at night, wrestling with a divine being until the break of day. The scripture tells us this being is a man, an angel, and even God himself. For you are wrestling only with a state of consciousness, which is God. This wrestling is your own inner work. It is you, in the darkness of your own mind, refusing to let go of your new conception of self. The angel, the divine being, asks Jacob to let him go, for the day is breaking. This is the voice of your own doubt, your old self begging to be released as morning. Your old 3D reality approaches. But Jacob persists. He declares, I will not let you go unless you bless me. This is the great secret. This must be your cry. You hold on to your new feeling, your new identity, with a persistence so profound that you will not let it go until it blesses you, until it becomes your very nature. And because of his persistence, his unwavering faith in the struggle, the divine being does not grant him an outer thing. It does not give him sheep or gold. It gives him something far greater. It gives him a new name. His name is changed from Jacob, the supplanter, to Israel. And in this teaching, we must understand Israel not as a place on a map or a people in a book, but as a state of consciousness. For Israel means he who has struggled with God and has prevailed. He did not win a fight. He won a new identity. He entered the struggle as Jacob and emerged as Israel. He changed his concept of self. And because of this inner change, his entire world was transformed. The brother who had sworn to kill him, Esau, met him not with anger, but with loving embraces. The world had no choice but to reflect his new name, his new nature. This story is your story. Your work is not to fight with the world. It is to wrestle with your own doubts and your old self until you emerge with a new name, a new identity, a new I am. You see now why this is the one thing you must change first. Your concept of self is the master key that unlocks every single door. All the techniques we have discussed, the state akin to sleep, revision, inner conversations, they are like powerful tools in a craftsman's toolbox. But a master craftsman with a broken tool is still a master. A novice with the best tools in the world will still produce clumsy work. It is the craftsman, not the tool, that ultimately determines the outcome. Your self-concept is the craftsman. Stop chasing individual desires. Stop patching up the cracks in your reality one by one. Go to the foundation. Rebuild the person you believe yourself to be. Dare to assume that you are already the person you wish to be, secure, loved, and successful. Persist in that new identity. Wear it in your imagination until it feels more real than your own skin, until it becomes your natural way of being. When you successfully change the creator, the creation will change automatically to conform to its new master. This is the only work there truly is to do. Now, let us go into the silence